Hey Legacy Builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. Today I'm going to be using my 12-month Simple Budget Planner to track expenses from the 2nd of February through the 8th of February. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you find some value here enough to subscribe. Make sure you hit the all bell notification so you won't miss future videos. Expense tracking is the most important part of budgeting because if you set an amount for groceries, for a household, for fund spending, you need to know if that money is actually being used at the exact amount. So if you budget $10,000, make sure every dollar has an assignment, but also make sure, is my money going to where I said I wanted it to go? That's very important. And then it helps you to realize or recognize your spending habits. If you need to cut back on something, if you need to reduce categories and budgeted amounts for categories, expense tracking is going to help you do that. The mindset behind budgeting is basically do the hard things, because if you don't do the hard part of budgeting, are you really even budgeting? Are you really even giving your money assignments? So I'm using natural light. I hope this time the video is very, very clear, and we're going to scoot over just a little bit. I have my receipts from the last week. And I'm going to start with the second. Our starting balance at the beginning of February was $42.69. And then on the 3rd of February, Fidelity took out $35. I invest with Fidelity for my long-term retirement. I say that because I do have a Robinhood portfolio. I have a few others, taxable brokerages that we invest through. But Fidelity right now is the only one we're continuing to invest in, as we are in a more of a savings period. So we're building an emergency fund, and we're attempting to get ahead of 2 bills in the month of February. So Fidelity takes out $35 once a week. And after that, we ended up with $7.69. And on the 4th of February, we had a paycheck deposit hit of $500. That brought our balance to $507.69. Then on February 5th, I purchased some gas for $12. That brought our balance to $495.69. On the same day, I transferred to another account $230. Two things I had to do with this money. One, some of it was included in my budget, my paycheck for the first pay of February. And two, I was doing a cash condensing of some of my binders. I did record that video. I filmed it, edited, and uploaded it for Tasha's Money and Stuff channel if you would like to check it out. That brought our balance down to $265.69. On the same day, the 5th of February, I purchased some groceries from Stop and Shop. That is from our food category. I spent $16.06. That left us with a balance of $249.63. And then on the 6th, we had a deposit of $500. That brought our balance up to $749.63. And then on the 6th, I purchased some food from Stop and Shop for $36.12. I do have the receipts, so let me go back just a little bit. The $36.12 that I spent on the 2nd bought us some whole wheat bread, some Chobani vanilla Greek yogurt. I bought some Siggy's Greek yogurt. There's 0% sugar and it's vanilla. My children love these. So these are the smaller individual ones. I bought 2 of those. I bought some Nature's Promise DHA whole milk. This is for the baby girl who is now drinking regular cow's milk. I bought a gallon of 2% milk for everyone else. I bought some baby food. It's a 4-ounce little pouch of baby food for her. I bought some Nature's Promise Honey Nut O's for my 2 little boys who love the cereal. I bought some tortilla chips. I bought some Honey Bunches of Oats. It's my favorite cereal. And that's what came up to $36.12. I did scan my receipt with Fetch, with Merrifield, which is not giving any points right now, but if you, I don't know. I'm debating whether or not I'm keeping Merrifield as a points reward system app. And then I also scanned it with Receipt Hog, and I don't think I had any Ibotta deals with this one, but I would have scanned it with that if I did have. So that's where the $36.12 was spent. And then I did mention gas. I bought, $12 worth of gas. I got 3.8 gallons because now gas is $3.09 a gallon, which is like crazy. Before it was $2.99. I think it was $2.99 like 2 weeks ago, and now it's $3.09. So it's going up pretty fast. I spent $16.06 also on the 5th. I think it was the 5th. Yeah, on the 5th. So with that, I bought some Plum Organics baby pouches. These pouches that she likes to eat. And I brought some an electrolyte drink. I bought these wafers that my 2 boys like. They take them to school. They were 5 for $5, so basically $1 each. I bought 4 because 2 for one and 2 for the other one. I can't buy an odd number of items because they will fight over it. So I bought 4, and they each had to go with their lunches or snack after school. I bought a bag of Gala apples, and that was my $16.06. I did get $1 off, and I tried to save as much money as possible. So we got fruit, we got snacks, and I got the baby some little baby pouches and electrolyte drink. That's where I spent that money. On the 6th, I deposited $170 back into the account. This was the money I used to do cash condensing on Tasha's money and stuff, and that brought our balance back up to $883.51. On the 7th, I had to transfer money into our operating account from the food fund, and that was $6.49 because I went over for groceries in week 1, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I also started my payday routine, so I transferred our tithe giving to our tithe account for $100. I Zelled our emergency fund of $75. That's our savings. And then I sent 1/4 of our mortgage to the mortgage account, and that was $475. And then the rest of the money went to our bills account so we could pay bills that we have for the next week, and that was $205. That left our operating account at a balance of $35 on February 7th. And so that's where we're stopping. February 8th was a no spend. So I'm going to write that in. There was nothing that happened on that day. And I wanted, well, you know what? I didn't even have to write it here. I think I will write it on my calendar because the 4th was a no spend too. There's money that came in, but nothing went out. So I did write it here. On the 4th was a no spend. The 5th, we did spend money. The 6th, we did spend money. The 7th, technically we did, but they were bills and savings, so I'm going to categorize that as a no spend. And the 8th was a no spend. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 no spends. That's not bad. Okay, so now that we've tracked all of the expenses, that, you know, where money went in the past week, I'm going to move over to, well, let me show you what's in my bills account. I haven't done this before, but I started it, so why not? So my bills account for February, on the 2nd, we had a balance starting at $1.5002. Geico took out their portion of their payment, $125. Then on the 7th, we deposited $680. But then I had to transfer $475 to the mortgage fund. So that was a subtraction or a debit. And then Quicksilver took a credit card payment of $5. So that left us with a balance of $225.02. More bills still have to come out of that. Now we're looking at our weekly check-in. This was inspired by Tracy over at the Financial Freedom Diary. Tracy, I hope you come back to YouTube. I hope you and your sons are doing well. So this is my attempt to keep my check-ins a little bit more organized as far as checking on these 3 categories: food, gas, and household. I did not budget any dollar amount for household or for gas in week 1. I spent $12 on gas, so we're in the whole $12 already. For food, we budgeted $50. I spent $16.06. And then $36.12, $52.18. Wait, that's not right. $52.18. Did I do that right? $16.06 plus $36.12. Yeah. Why did I transfer $6.49 though? Okay. Well, that means I was actually under budget or over budget by $2.18. So, and then there was nothing for what is that? Ooh, there was nothing for household. So $52.18 plus 12 means I spent $64.18. I'm going to write that here, $64.18 as the total, and then I'll highlight it. And then we were over by a total of $14.18. So we budgeted $50 for the week and we spent $64.18. So we're over by $14.18. That's where we are. All right. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I did not need the gas. It was just really a top up because I had to drive out to like 45 minutes to the dentist's office on, what was that, a Wednesday that week? And I think that's why I figured, okay, let me not let the gas go down too far. Yeah, it was Wednesday. That's when I bought the gas. And I was like, oh yeah, I have $15 budgeted for gas, so it'll be fine. And I had $0 budgeted for gas. I don't know why I was thinking I had 15. Maybe I was thinking about the week prior. Because the first week of January, I budgeted 15 for gas. Same the second week, I budgeted 15. The fourth week, I budgeted 15. But we're over budget for the first week. All right. So the next video you guys will see from me will be me closing out budget number 2. And then I think I'll close out paycheck budget number 2 for the month of February. And hopefully I don't run out of expense tracking space this time. If you like this video, if you enjoyed it at any point, if you found any value here whatsoever, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Continue to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Bye for now.